Hello everyone, welcome to Tactical Safety. I'm going to show a brief video of a DUI arrest in Maricopa, Arizona. This was about a month and a half ago, and it's about a woman who was really combative. The video is about 11 minutes long. I will have a link to the video in the description box, but I'm going to speed it up for the sake of time.
What's up, guys? What's going on?
Just swerved out the road.
Huh?
Swerved out the road.
Who did?
Me.
You were driving?
No, I was sorry.
Huh?
Now, right there in the first few seconds, when he said what happened, and the guy who was sitting in the driver's seat, which is her boyfriend, he said, I just swerved off the road. So the officer asked, were you driving? So she immediately blurted out, as you heard, no, I was driving. Now, right there, you can tell by her slurred speech that she is obviously impaired, and she could have kept herself out of trouble if she had just kept her mouth shut and let her boyfriend stay on the driver's side of the car if he wasn't drunk either. So now she opened up a whole can of worms for herself.
All right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna need you to come out of the vehicle and talk with me then.
We good. What? We good. What?
Yeah, you're not good. Don't worry about that, man. We're gonna talk with her.
No, I'm saying, what are we getting stopped for?
You drove off the roadway.
Yeah, but our tires.
Yeah, okay.
And we can't get towed out.
Yeah, we'll help you get towed out. That's no problem, but we gotta find out what's going on first. Just hang out back here with me.
Now, how the officer said, yeah, we're going to help you get towed out. Yeah. And the car is going to be impounded too. But of course, he's not about to tell them that right now. Because, yes, police officers can lie and mislead. Because if I was working that scene, I would have said the same thing. I'm not about to say, well, your girl's probably drunk and we're probably going to arrest her for DUI and tow the car and everything. I'm not going to say that right off the bat, because then that increases the chances of him wanting to start something. Now I got two people I have to arrest, and just creates a lot more problems. So when you can, if you have to mislead people as a police officer, hey, that's part of the job. Stuff like that, in order to minimize any kind of use of force, you can do that. You can tell she's definitely impaired, probably drunk. And the thing is, like when someone's on crack, for example, I've dealt with drunks and crackheads on a job. Because remember, I was a cop for 12 years, a little over 12 years. Dealt with both. With drunks, you got to worry about them falling all over themselves, or falling on you, pissing in your car. And I can't even count how many times drunk people have pissed in the backseat of my squad car. Even one time when I was doing Uber a couple years ago, I had a drunk lady piss in the backseat of my car. Or not my car, it was the Hertz rental car. And it was crazy. But hey, the boyfriend gave me an extra 80 or 90 bucks cash. And then on top of that, Uber gave me like an extra $150, I believe it was. Brought the car to the house, used my Bissell shampooer and cleaned the seat out. And then went inside, went to bed, and the car was fresh and clean the next day. Went right back to doing Uber. But anyway, I've digressed. So I'm going to continue on with this video. Oh, and then like I was saying, when you deal with crackheads, you got to worry about them swiping your stuff. You don't have anything laying around of value when a crackhead's around, because that will come up missing immediately. We had a crackhead in town. Called him Crackhead Carlos. He's probably still around there. But this dude, man, crackheads move so fast. Like, he would be on one side of town, and then I swear within less than 10 minutes, he would be 7-8 blocks away, it seemed like. It was crazy. This dude, he ended up getting hit by a truck, got his leg broken, and then he was on crutches, still going around town, smoking crack and doing everything else, stealing stuff out of people's yards. And then he ended up getting high with one of his friends, and I guess he took the last crack rock, and so she got mad. He walked off, and then she ran him down with her car, ran him through somebody's privacy fence, and then tried to get away and slammed into a light pole in the process. So she ended up going to jail, and then the state attorney ended up upgrading her charges to attempted murder. And then the crazy thing was, this crackhead, I'll never forget, he was laying there. Me and my friend Nigel were working that night. He remembers this. Nigel, what's up, buddy? So this dude was laying there in the mangled up fence, and it was raining that night. It was pouring down rain. And he said, he was like, she done ran me over with that car. And then this dude still had whatever, I can't remember what it was he was holding in his hand. No, it wasn't a crack pipe in his hand. He was on a book or something in his hand. Still had that in his hand. And then he told us about how he had took the last crack rock. And so I'm like, hey, what happened to the crack rock? You got it on you? So we searched him, and it reminded me of that movie Jungle Fever with Gator. When he was like, I done smoked that TV, mama. So now, moving on, this dude, so now he has both of his legs are broken, and he's still getting around town because it was crazy. One of his legs, he had a cast all the way from his hip down to his ankle, and his other leg, he had a cast that was like going around his shin and a little bit above his knee. And it was crazy because he was still going around town with 2 broken legs and was still getting around town almost as fast. It was straight up ridiculous. But now, back to this video, y'all.
How much have you had to drink today?
Not that much, but my car been up. Like, I'm finna move out to my mom's house.
You see how she said when the officer asked her how much she had to drink, she said not that much. Thing is, whenever you arrest somebody for DUI, the person's always gonna say, I haven't had that much, or just a couple beers or something like that. And I remember the first DUI arrest I did, or actually no, it wasn't the first. It was probably the 3rd or 4th. This girl was underage, and it was in the middle of the night. I was monitoring traffic, watching for speeders, and it was a slow night, and it was a clear night. It was probably 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and the weather was nice. It was in the summer, and I see a car rolling by, facing me, no headlights on, and we didn't have any lights on this street, on this stretch of road at all. So it's pitch dark. I see a car coming up, so I flash my lights at the car. They still don't turn the lights on, so I go and pull the car over. And what I would always do whenever somebody does something stupid to make me pull them over, first thing I would say is, hey, I see you were trying to get my attention, and it worked. License and registration, please. And then so she was like, no, I wasn't trying to get your attention. I was like, yeah, you obviously were, because you're rolling with no lights on. And so she's looking for a light switch in her car. I was like, oh, it's right here. And I switched the lights on. She's like, oh, okay, thanks. I'm going to get going. I'm like, no, go ahead and turn the car off. And I could smell the beer on her. She smelled just like a brewery. So then I said, hey, how much you had to drink tonight? I don't know, a few beers. And then, so she gives me her license. I see she's under 21. So, by Illinois law, somebody's underage and you smell alcohol on the person, you can automatically arrest them for DUI. So, I got her out of the vehicle, handcuffed her, told her she's under arrest for driving under the influence. So then she tells me, wait a minute, you don't know how to do your job. You didn't do the field test thing. And I said, young lady, I don't have to do the field sobriety test because number 1, you're underage. Number 2, I can smell alcohol in your person. And number 3, you've admitted to drinking. So ended up arresting her. And the crazy thing about it, so it was like maybe a month and a half, 2 months later, we went to court that day. And she got convicted of DUI. And then later on that evening, I had a date. First date with this young lady. No, not the DUI suspect, somebody else. So, first date, we go to this restaurant near my house. And guess who the hell is working there? Yes, the DUI girl. She gave me this crazy look. I gave her an even crazier look. And I'm like, man, I cannot believe who's here. So I told the young lady I was with, I was like, hey, we got to get up out of here right now. I'll explain it to you in the car, but we got to go right now. We'll go somewhere else to get something to eat. So then I told her about how, yeah, we were in court earlier today and she got convicted of DUI and I had arrested her and everything. So that's why she was looking at me like that. So then, of course, we left there and never went back to that restaurant again. But moving right along to the rest of this video.
Okay. So it just been breaking down like, I don't
So this is just a bunch of nonsensical conversation right here. We'll fast forward a little bit when they get her in the car, because this part is, this is when it starts getting kind of crazy. See, drunks are very irrational, and they'll want to pee anywhere. That's why it's not advised to have drunks in your house or your car, because they might piss on your couch, on your back seat, anywhere but the bathroom.
I want to pee.
You're not gonna pee right here. We're not gonna. You're not gonna take longer.
I swear I'm lying. I swear I put on my life. I put on my years. Please,
I can't let you be here.
I have to pee. I don't want to be on myself.
Get in the car.
Ma'am, it's right there. The quicker you get in the car, the quicker you can pee.
I don't.
That's the station.
They're trying to persuade her to get in the vehicle.
Get in. We'll take you back.
Ma'am,
You'll pee at the
I'll take you
station.
to the toilet. It's right there.
We'll be there in 1 minute. 1 minute. It's right there. 1 minute.
You can see it from here. Ma'am, sit down, please.
1 minute. We'll be
Now, right there, when they showed her she had gotten in the vehicle all the way and had both feet in. What they should have done right there was immediately shut the door. Because I never had the door open and I'm talking to a suspect. No. I close the door immediately. If I got to ask them a question or something like that, hey, I can roll the window down. Because then when they don't want to go, they're trying to stick their feet out of the car and everything. Then you got to have another officer come around to the other side and grab them by their belt and yank them in the vehicle just so you can close the other door. It's a bunch of extra stuff that doesn't need to even happen if you do it right.
I need your name. What's your name?
Man.
What is your name? You'll get more charges.
Man.
Give me your name. What is your name?
See, she doesn't even want to give her name up or anything.
What is your name?
I need my boyfriend.
Okay. You'll just get more charges.
I need my
You want more
boyfriend.
charges?
Why?
What do you mean why? Because you need to identify yourself.
Okay.
So tell me your name.
What law is that? So I need to identify myself.
Oh my.
What law is that?
Okay.
What law? Because I got stuck in the middle of
Arizona
the road,
law.
and my car is not working.
Oh, you're driving under the influence.
I wasn't driving. Why? I was not driving. My boyfriend was driving. Why you sitting over there saying I was driving under the influence?
Okay. All right. Get your foot inside.
No, I'm
Put
not.
your foot inside.
I'm not.
Put your foot
Who is
inside.
the police right there? I want to speak to your manager.
Ma'am, please.
Manager, like we at Burger King or something.
No. Fucking ass.
Alright. That's one way to do it. Yeah, I'm just gonna put her in the cell, man. Yeah, obviously.
See, it took all that to get her in the car when they could have just shut the door from the beginning when she had both feet in. Let's finish this video up.
That's one way to do it.
Now, see, they're at the station now. You hear her kicking the door?
Whoa!
So you heard her kicking the door and everything? So that's why they have those metal door panels on most police vehicles. Now, most police vehicles also have metal bars going on the inside of the side windows in the back. Some police departments don't have that. Years ago, we did not have the bars on the side windows. And I had a window get kicked out by a young lady who I had arrested for, I don't know, something like interfering with reporting of domestic violence or something like that, or obstructing or something like that, I don't remember. But arrested her, and she kicked the window out of the squad car, so she ended up getting charged with like criminal damage to state-supported property as well. So you see how this young lady's real combative and everything. And like I'm telling you, drunks, they will either be real combative or real nice. It's one or the other. There's usually no middle ground with them. Crackheads, they're usually pretty mellow. They move real fast, but they're usually pretty mellow in their mannerisms.
I don't care.
Put your shoe on.
No,
Okay.
I don't care.
Alright, let's go.
You sat up here and play with me.
Let's go. Let's get out. Huh?
Go ahead and drag me out. Put it on your camera. Where your camera at?
It's right here.
Yeah,
It's been here
right
the
there.
whole
It's
time.
rolling.
That's right, what?
It's rolling.
It's been rolling the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ma'am, we really don't want to have to drag
It's
you out
not
of
you
the car.
tried to drag me out. You did that on purpose.
No, we don't want to.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
no, you a you shouldn't even be in here public. I hope they die. I hope your wife die. I hope your mama die. I hope everybody die in your family.
And see, drunks will say crazy things like that.
I hope your mama died. I hope your wife and your mama die. You finna die. You finna die. You don't know? Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, that's all. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh boy.
Just give us a sec.
So now you see the paramedics coming there to check her out.
She told me she's gonna pass out on the way over. She's ready to pass out. And then we get here, she's fighting us. So I don't know if you're gonna be able to look at her, but that's why I called, because on the way over there, she's screaming in the back that she's about to pass out.
Sounds like she's about to pass out.
Yeah.
Okay, so go back. Well, sit down.
That's one way to do it.
Now, of course, there'll be some people who say, oh, they shoved her into the wall and made her fall down. No, that is not the case at all. She was walking up on them. They told her to get back. They slightly pushed her, and because of the fact that she's drunk, that's why she couldn't keep her balance. But had she been a crackhead, she probably would have been on her feet the whole time.
Man, they're just gonna check you out, make sure you're okay.
Yeah, no, hold on.
You still feel like passing out?
Hold on.
You still feel bad?
Hold on.
So what's her story?
Thank you guys for your help today.
All right, and that's that video. And what probably happened after she sobered up, she probably didn't even remember acting that belligerent like that. That's how most drunks are. So, the moral of the story is, if you don't have to be around drunks or crackheads, don't. Your life would be much easier like that. So remember to stay armed, stay vigilant, and stay tactical. We'll see you next time.